Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis for Talianna FC Levada versus JK Narva Trans. Okay, let's get into the match analysis for this one. And before we even go on, the team in red had every chance to make history in this game. And by history, I mean score as many goals as possible, but it was something else. Chance, ball over the top, and as we can see, he is all alone. At least, okay, he's all alone here. He's also in between two defenders, but I don't think he's really utilizing the space. But let's let it play, right? All right. So, he okay, he stepped forward. So I guess okay, they're close to each other, so they're in a good position to take charge. And also the way that that ball will come, it favors this person here that's in more space. But what surprises me the most is that he is not putting more pressure on him, and by putting more pressure, just running towards his direction, it's almost like he's joking. He can see this individual is not marked, and the other option, of course, would be for him to go there. But in a way, he's also marking here, since you can only mark what's in front of you, and he's in front of him. So it's easy for this guy to lose sight of what's behind him. But for him, I can say, has the best of both worlds. He can either decide to go there or decide to go there. But let's play it a bit forward. But this man here should really be running much, much harder. Boom. So at this point, he stops, and then he's preparing to cut off the cross. This, and it's not that he's even running quick. It's just that he's decided he's not going to be more aggressive in chasing him down. Keeper, not much he can do. But this here, you have to be scoring that. You really have to be scoring that. You really, really have to be scoring that. Because just imagine, this is he has. So the problem is that as the ball is coming, he wants to slot it there. Like what he wants to do is that as the ball is coming, he wants to tuck it into this corner right here. But he doesn't have to do that. All he has to do, one big side foot, and then just get it on target, because the keeper, even if you hit it here, it's less likely that you'll reach. Just keep it on target. He definitely should be scoring that. Yeah, and fortunately enough, they did win this match, because the amount of chances this team did not take advantage of is surprising. All right, so corner. Um, Four people are not marking anyone. There is a melee of players unmarked making a run to the box. 1, 2. I'd prefer him move a bit backward and be on the line. Of these four here, one can go and be on the line. The man here, he is unmarked. And you even know how it is, especially within melee like this. Arsenal can very much relate to such. He makes a run. He is not marked at all. He is obstructing the goalkeeper. He gets first contact. The keeper does make the save. So by India, you see that you can push someone and make the save. Boom, and he puts it into the back of the net. He gets second contact, and then look at where everyone is. Remember the four that were standing, that melee that was there when they were marking no one. They're still there, and then there's, I mean, 1, 2, 3. The goalkeeper, that's one, and just like two players that are supposed to be defending. It's strange, very, very strange. Otherwise, let's head on to the next goal. Should be somewhere here. Yeah. So is it next? Sorry, next chance. And this is weird because he gets contact on the ball, but look at what he does. He bumps into his own player. And this is one thing. I think it's also part to do with this whole mentality of trying to play out the back. Because if you look at this, right, the ball is played. Yeah, there's a lot of space, but he intercepts it quite well. The defender here prevents him from taking that first short time. Yeah, he intercepts it very well. And then if you look at it, he actually does quite well, because if he didn't block him off, he would have had all this free space to think of something. Yeah, I know that he's here, but by that time you probably maybe have a pass or just kick it out. But his teammate, boom, they bump into each other. And once again, This person should have scored. That should have been a goal. And it reminds me of what Thierry Henry was commenting on Rashford with his striking technique. Sometimes you just have to place the ball, not blast it. You just have to, because if he placed that ball, he definitely would have scored very easily. Another chance that went to waste. Otherwise, let's head on to this. Should be the next goal of the match. All right, so starts from a long ball. And okay, the way it's set up, it's weird because let's see, you have one, two. It's almost like they want to play out the back, but they decided, nah, we'll just kick it out wide because there is intention to press because there are four players, they are ready to mark and also intercept. And I can see that it's either they decided they'll go, it's either the keeper was left with no option or they just decided, nah, I'm not going to be able to receive the ball and be expected to make a turn. We'll just let the keeper deal with it. All right, keeper takes it long, right? Now here, this is really painful because the player behind doesn't even make an attempt. Okay, I know it's blurry. So he doesn't even make an attempt to challenge. He is very much unaware of the player behind him and the amount of space he has to run into. He's very unaware. If we play this forward, imagine he is literally he's unmarked, unchallenged. He gets, even if, because I know that he doesn't get contact, but here the lack of desire. You're better off just backing off. You just call someone to help you, maybe on the first contact, and you stay back so that you just be able to run and probably try to slow down the attack or foul someone to prevent it from moving forward. So he does very badly at trying to win the head up. He is not paying attention at all to the player behind him, and this is where things go from bad to worse. Boom. And then he is out the gates running. All that space. And all right, so let's play it back a bit. So here, right? Boom. He should immediately run like that. He should immediately change his direction and run towards that ball. But instead, he ran straight. Because if he just continued the way he started, he would have been at least maybe here. But instead, he continues to run straight. And by the time he decides to commit, it's already too late. And then, as we can see here, one thing they did well, supporting runs so that they can be able to gobble up whatever, or just in case of cases. Keeper, uh, it's weird because he makes the save, but he puts it into the direction of the oncoming player. Boom. Okay, I do have a rule. If the keeper makes a save and then it's called of a deflection, I usually don't like to blame the keeper because it means there's no one to help mop up the keeper's save. But anyway, it's a bit of both because I do feel you could have deflected it better. But anyway, off a counter. But that defender that didn't even bother to follow up properly on that other one. Cause and the player that was just another player that was just watching. Another chance. So he gets the ball, and this is what we call in anticipation gone wrong. He gets the ball, right? So he's here in the middle. And there's a man here unmarked. I really wonder why. I have a feeling he should be much closer to him. Let's see what happens. You see, as he gets the ball, pay attention. Pay attention. As this player gets the ball, he anticipates that he's going to make the pass. Instead of just standing the way he was, he anticipates the pass, and because of him anticipating, he makes the move, and then he provides the space for this player to run into. He really does. And then, fortunately enough, his teammate helps him, and guess what? The player is still unmarked here. Feels weird. The player, he should really be he should really go and cover him because this player has too much space. See, boom, boom, fake shot, keeper saves, and now this one. I mean, look at him, he's barely even moving. At least if he ran, I would have understand that. No, he's going to cover him, but him, no, he's just there. And this player unmarked, I have a feeling he was the one that was supposed to deal with that, and this should really be a goal. Look what happens. He should have really scored. The team in green had so many chances. All right, free kick. There's a player under the wall. Uh, player under the wall. He's near him. He's near him. He's near him. He's near him. And everything seems quite alright. But now the funniest thing happens. Keep in mind, there's someone under the wall, right? And then, as you can see, he starts running. He's aware. I think he's aware of that. I'm not too sure. Keep in mind, there's someone under the wall. There's someone behind the wall. Boom. And let's just let it play through. Then I'll replay. Goal. Someone under the. I don't know. I don't. Okay. I don't think it hits the wall though. Maybe the keeper should have done better. Keeper. The way this wall is set up, he actually invites that. Number 80 here. Remember the man that had someone. He lets him go. If you didn't see that, let me show you. Let me show you. Pay attention to what's happening in the box. Look at that. He just lets him go. Use your body for goodness sake. Use your body. Shield. You just don't let someone get past you like that. And guess who scores? Yeah, I know it's the other player, but if he did better, they probably would. I don't know. It's one of those things, Rabbi. Yes, it's another player that ends up, but because the two of them were there, it's just one of those. At least if it was one, but both of them, it was bound to be a goal. But if it was one, maybe his teammate gets to that better. But at least mark your man, please. Mark your man. All right, now let's head on to should be the last goal of the game. All right, so corner, he gets the first. All right, I actually forgot to. I'm actually looking for an angle that shows us exactly how this went in. No, it's not that one. And it's actually very central, the free kick. No, keeper should have done better. All right, so I think this will tell us better. Yeah, so the wall. Anyway, the wall. Okay, so the keeper, in a way, he does set the wall up well, but I feel that's too easy. Should have probably been someone to block, and the keeper could have done better here. Because what the keeper was avoiding was one of those near posts because it's closer. It's less of a distance for the ball to travel. Anywho, let's head on to the last goal of the game was scored. Flick header enters, and it's the way it's like he actually believes the comeback was on. Uh, all right, here we get the replay. He is unmarked, very much unmarked. Flick header. That's actually a really good one. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.